So Linda's dead.
I told you Linda's dead.
No, because we talked about that. They threw her
Oh,
in
no,
cryo.
no.
She's dead.
How she? No, she's not dead.
She's dead.
Bullshit. She's
Linda's
dead.
dead.
Why? Who said that?
He took Linda's body, double time to the cryo chamber, and immediately froze her because back here, there was. This is the very end of Reach.
Fuck me.
They're trying to get the nav data from the one ship, whatever the name the ship is. I just read this 5 minutes ago, and they were on their way out with the Pelican, and the they had to use a manual release to get out.
Yeah.
That didn't work, so she had to get out and hit the manual release, and an elite came up and went
shot
boom, 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 boom,
Oh.
and then plasmaed her all the way down.
Really shot. Oh!
Beat the crap out of her, and
Police
then
are such dicks.
so then they pulled the 3 Marines and the chief pulled her onto the back of the Pelican. She's like, "Did we win?" And he's like, "Yeah, we win." And then she died.
No.
She completely flatlined, and he went, "All right, if we rush back to the Pillar of Autumn, which they ended up intercepting them, got them, and threw her in the cryo, he's like, maybe if we can get to
the thing,
a hospital, they could resuscitate her. I mean, she's a Spartan. There's a good chance."
Yeah.
And
well,
then, and then
they're like, "Fuck it, she's dead."
And then Halo happened, so then she died anyways.
Linda.
So
It's the best.
that ended that. So she's dead.
That sucks. I thought they. Well, I guess it's better than nuking her almost lifeless body.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Either way,
very
it still
true.
sucks. I'm glad she died sooner than I thought she did.
She died at the very end of the book.
I thought she was alive though. So.
Let's see, who else died?
Kelly died.
No.
Kelly didn't die.
Well, they didn't specify it. If she was on Planetside Reach, she's dead.
I thought she was.
But they didn't specify Kelly herself was on Planet Reach.
Fuck.
They just said the other half of the Spartans were on Reach.
Was Kelly with Chief or no?
No. It was, let's see, who was it? It was, I think James, on this, it was Linda, James, and Chief, and he got a needler to the jetpack, and he went off into space. So he's dead.
Who, James?
Yeah. He's gone. He was also the one that earlier on he lost his hands to the Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Back on one of the planets. Sigma Optimus 4.
I remember that.
So they must have grafted him new hands or something magic. I don't know.
Probably automail.
Automail. Let's see. I kept noting that they kept jumping. Like suddenly.
Was this in the book? Did you reread the book?
Yeah, I reread the whole book. Like suddenly.
In like a week.
Well, since we.
That last.
2 weeks ago when we started talking about it, I started rereading it. So like suddenly they're like, it's been 25 years since then Dr. Hasley picked out the Spartans. This is the most poorly written book I've ever read, to be completely honest. It jumps around so much.
Yeah, but it's good. Like the plot's really
it's a good book. So only 75 kids were captured.
Yeah, I know it wasn't that many.
Yeah, and then they were kidnapped at the age of 6. And then from there, the augmentation process... Only 33 out of the 75 survived the augmentation process, unharmed. Chief was 14 during the augmentation process.
Yeah, because I remember they described him as being 18-year-old sexy men, and I was like, he's a sexy man in my head. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think we should. And then all they said was dozens of others survived, but were unfit for duty.
Yeah, like they were like wheelchairs and stuff.
Yeah.
So it became like mental.
Yeah.
Like battle strategies.
I just hate how they went dozens. How about you give me a specific number?
24-ish.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so 33 survived. So mental math time. So if you 22 plus 33 is 55.
Okay.
So, okay, we'll just assume 22 of them are handicapped.
Yeah, it's just...
And then the remaining numbers are dead, which I don't...
Not many made it.
No, not too many made it.
Not anywhere near that 5,000 mark.
Yeah, shut up. And then all of a sudden later on, they're like, the augmentation process killed half.
Yeah, so half of...
So dozens survived, but more than half died.
I don't understand. I think they're just making up numbers and shit.
The way that they did this is they wrote it looked like they had like 4 people writing each, like they went, all right, there's 4 story arcs, 4 people write, and then they decided to take them and go, okay, Jenga puzzle,
and put them together.
we'll alternate.
That's an interesting way to do that. It's not bad.
No, it was
just the story's a little inconsistent.
Yeah, because they went, okay, I'm going to handle chapters 1 through 20, and you're going to handle the remaining half, and none of our data is going to match up. Nothing's going to be the same.
Although, I found interesting the way they replaced the kids. This is going back in time, where they replaced them with
the clones.
The clones who got cancer.
Yeah.
So they were dead to the parents anyway.
Yeah.
I found that really interesting.
That was, but see, I missed that. I missed that the first time around. Then I watched the Halo trilogy movie, like the anime one that they did.
Was that any good?
Actually, it wasn't that bad.
No, I didn't see it.
Well, they had like 5 different people drawing it.
That's on it's on a website.
Is it?
What's called? I don't know.
Probably on Netflix or something.
No,
Netflix.
No,
of course. But like, I mean, it was good.
Did the styles change?
Yeah, they went, okay, 1 is an uber realistic. Story 1, uber realistic. Yeah, it's gonna. No, the first one was a Japanese style. It was a watercolor.
That's really. They did that with Dante's Inferno too.
Did they?
Yeah.
I never saw any of those.
It's not good.
No,
they did that with Dante's Inferno too.
It was seizure inducing because the colors kept changing. I mean, the story was interesting. It was about the Shingali, which was fascinating, but the elites.
Oh.
It was nauseating to watch.
Sure.
And then they went to an uber realistic drawing, and then they went to a typical Japanese anime cartoon with chibis.
I love chibis.
But like, you know how like they're like really serious, and then when they do something cute, they go into chibi mode.
Yeah.
They were doing that throughout the entire thing, and they were making up new Spartans that were just on random planets with random frigates that they just made up out of nowhere for the story.
Yeah, sure.
And I remember one of them, like one of the Spartans, was being chased by a dinosaur.
The fuck?
Yeah, it was very haphazard, but if you looked at it as a whole, the story was very fascinating. I don't know if we can even pause this. Yay, we're back.
It sounds so excited.
I know. So yeah, now that we've been sidetracked, so what are we doing here?
I'm sorry. My dad wanted to make sure I didn't die.
Oh, well, that's good. 25 years. Yeah, and again, 25 years ago, Captain Keyes picked them up. So now they're 14 plus 25 years.
I don't know the math on that.
Stupid math. 25 and 14, that's 9.
30-something.
Yeah, so they're
30-something.
Holy crap. He's pretty spry for a 30-something-year-old guy.
I mean, they did so much stuff to him, it probably doesn't have bones anymore.
Yeah, it's like all metal or something now or something.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. That's a lot of flipping
stuff.
It's a lot of time that's passed.
Yeah, he's old.
That's old shit right there. Yeah, Sam's dead.
I know Sam's. I don't want to talk about Sam being dead, okay? I know he's...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's where he gets the energy blast in the side.
Shut up!
And his suit gets completely in...
It's charred black. Oh,
yeah,
Sam!
So now his suit's no longer vacuum sealed.
Sam, why? That's just not fair.
Why did you like Sam so much?
I don't know.
Just, like, I mean, because they didn't give us any backstory about him.
I don't know.
It's just like, here's Sam, and Sam, and Sammy, Sam. And you're like, Sam, no!
I don't know why, because he was so important to Master Chief.
And so was there all of his other Spartans.
Not as important as Sam. He was Sam.
Was Sam his best friend?
Yeah.
Was that his original 3
it was,
teammates?
Yeah.
It was Linda.
No, it wasn't Linda. It was
Kelly.
Sam, and John.
You're dying, man.
Beautiful.
You're dying. Don't die. Yeah, 6 years old. Yeah, that's pretty much all my notes on that.
And then Sam was killed, and he had a noble death because he's a noble person. I think I liked him because he was pyro.
Oh yeah, he was the explosions technician.
Yes, and he was boom boom man.
Boom boom man.
That's why I liked him. I think
that's an interesting way of putting it.
It's the best way of putting it because it's so simple.
Explosion man, Captain Explosion Man.
He was really good. He had the explosions, and that's probably why I liked him.
Oh, and then right here, sorry to sidetrack you, 30 candidates washed out, died during augmentation.
Yeah.
So, the numbers still aren't matching up.
No. No.
If there's 75 and 33 of them survived, and more than half of them died, but only 33 died, but then the remaining half of the ones who didn't die were not dead, and they were handicapped, we're upwards of 1,000% here. That's Nick math. That's not calculating math at all.
A little confused. that's I'm done.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
Yeah. About that. Yeah.
Can you imagine just like going to that stuff? How much hurt would that be?
A lot of hurt. So much hurt that hurt wouldn't even hurt anymore.
Probably not. Like they probably put them on so many meds and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They probably had blue chemicals and green chemicals
and pink chemicals.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sure there was some pink chemicals going on in that bitch.
Probably.
It was some bad stuff. It was a bad time. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was a Spartan program.
Get out of here. Is that from another?
I have no idea.
It's from a book.
It's from something that we should know what it is.
I know.
It's something old and historical, and we're going to get shot for not knowing it.
Well, alright, so we should know what that is, but I have no idea. I used to know. I keep fucking shaking the table.
Shake the table. Shake the table. Shake the table. Show that table who's boss. Spank that table.
The mice are going to wake up and be like, what the fuck?
The fuck are you doing to us? Yeah. It's an earthquake. So, yeah. There's that.
So, you know, the Xbox One.
Oh,
God. Tell me how you really feel about the Xbox One.
Don't get me started on the Xbox One.
No, don't tell me about the Xbox One.
Don't get me started with the Xbox One.
I think you'll like it.
I swear to God, I'm so upset at Microsoft about that.
Oh. Well, tell me about the good feature. The one semi-decent feature, if it works.
That it turns on?
No. No.
And again, that's a big if.
It's like 1 in every 5 turns on. No, about the controllers or whatever.
Oh yeah, the controllers have the rumble packs.
Those are really cool.
And the triggers.
I don't know how I feel about that because I feel like it's gonna mess up my game.
I don't know how it would. I mean, it's not like it's gonna have its own Richter scale or anything. I mean, it's like with like earthquake.
The one finger's like shaking off.
It's not like you're gonna press the trigger and it's gonna vibrate so much that it just keeps the trigger down. Mm-hmm. Like it auto fires for you. So you can just set the controller away and walk away, and it just keeps firing.
I'll give you cover. Just leave it.
Cover me, all right.
I don't know.
Let me turn on advanced vibration settings.
Let's put it on masturbate mode.
No, it would be kind of nice to have, like, if it's powerful enough, like if it can alternate. It has like a dynamic vibrating mode. So like if you get on a Gatling gun, it really vibrates.
That'd be kind
of to like. The same, I'm sure I look awesome vibrating on camera.
Probably.
I'm sure I look spectacular.
Every bit of you is
everything's vibrating.
Yeah.
And there's so many levels of attractiveness going on right there.
Yeah. That'd be beautiful, I think. I don't know. I feel like the really heavy guns are going to be like a little too much, I think. But
I think that would add something to the game. I don't know if it would work. I agree with you. I don't think it would work at all.
You know what the Xbox One is designed for, though? Call of Duty. Call of Duty, and then Call of Duty, and then Halo 5.
Yeah, God, Halo 5.
I don't know if they're gonna make that.
Oh yeah, no, they're let's see,
what's the fucking story gonna be? Master Chief of the Empire.
I still don't know what happened at the end of 4. I've still got like an hour left of watching a walkthrough.
I played it, and I don't remember.
Yeah, that's.
Oh no, he didn't. He blew up the Forerunner stuff.
Why am I not surprised?
Something blew up.
Something blew up. You know, I was watching someone play through it without comments, so it was kind of nice. But so the game starts off, and stuff happens.
Yeah.
And you're on a ship, like Halo 1, and Halo 2. Yeah. And then, 15 minutes more into the game, you're on a warthog speeding away from things exploding, like the end of Halo 3.
Yeah, and Halo 1.
And Halo 1, yeah. Wow, they're not very creative, are they?
It's almost like it's a one-trick pony.
It really is.
But it's fun, though. It gets sales.
I don't know. I wasn't impressed. The level design and the graphics design was amazing. The storyline, so they started off...
It was a little weak.
It was weak. They started off and they went, okay, so Dr. Hazley, which they ended up pronouncing Dr. Hadley. Yeah. So they changed her name, probably for copyright reasons, thanks to the books. Yeah. They just can't pronounce it. Or that's true. Or they're just all that stupid, which that's possible. So they introduced her and they went, okay, she's arrested. All right, now we're done with her. Master Chief. Okay, so now the only other interesting part... So we started off with a very interesting storyline. Dr. Hazley's in deep shit. Yeah. Awesome, you caught my attention. Oh, we're back at the Chief, where they magically gave him new armor in cryo. They gave him a new hardware upgrade.
I know. She upgraded his hardware. The computer upgraded his hardware.
Yeah, she's like, okay, I upgraded your firmware. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. But okay, so he goes and he grabs one of the new Covenant rifles or the new UNSC weapons that never existed. Right. And he suddenly the armor goes, oh, I know what this is. So I'm going to interface it with the HUD. And I can do everything. How did she know?
She had a lot of time, Nick. I don't know.
Okay, so basically what she had 4 years. She's gone rampant. Mm-hmm. So in that time, floating in a space station that shouldn't have any power because the reactor's not on there anymore. The reactor's in the other half of the ship. Correct. There's power everywhere. So she can run, she can function, and she can have access to every part of the remaining ship. Which also...
I don't know why she didn't just get him home.
I know, right? All right. Because the reactor is towards the front of the ship, but the boosters are in the back. Mm-hmm.
So it's floating.
I mean, if she can rewrite his firmware when it's frozen solid, I think she can write a program that will interface with what's left of the thrusters.
You know, you'd fucking think. I don't know. There's just a lot of shit that didn't happen that probably should have happened. Yeah. Like, if they really wanted to go home, she just wanted to take out in space and make out with them. Yeah, pretty much. That's what she wanted to do.
And the only other interesting part of the story was the fact that she's going rampant. Yeah. And, that was neat. And I still don't know what's going to happen with that. And I have a feeling at the end of Halo 4, she dies. No. Oh, she doesn't? See?
No, she becomes... Sorry, do you want me to tell you or no?
Sure, because I'm probably never going to finish downloading
She interfaces herself in the Forerunner stuff.
Oh yeah, of course she does.
And she becomes very strong, but she almost dies? I'm not sure.
But if he blows up the Forerunner stuff...
Yeah.
Then
I don't remember. She's
dead.
I don't remember.
Well, I'm going to have to go back and watch
I wish I did.
But, anyways, so that's the only storyline. But if Cortana dies, there's really no storyline left. Okay, yes. If you took Cortana away... Say what? If you took Cortana away from the Halo series, the story stands on 3 legs. One is really short. Like, I mean, it's a good story. The plot is amazing, but if you take Cortana out, he can't get anywhere.
Not really.
He can't order anything. I mean, if you give him a gun, he'll kill everything. Yeah. But without Cortana, he doesn't know where he's going.
But he doesn't have a brain otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, okay, so I have to go turn off a reactor. Well, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how.
He would just sit on the ground and play tic-tac-toe with himself.
Yeah, it's like, shit, I lost again in the dirt. I lost against myself. Grunt, come over here, let's play some tic-tac-toe. I'm going to teach you. But, like, think about it. Halo 1, Cortana, for half of the stuff, specifically at the very end where he had to disable the reactors, he had to walk into the reactor field and use his shield as an EMP burst.
He would not have thought of that.
You couldn't do that. Cortana was the one that had to rewrite his shield's firmware and reboost and redistribute the shield to act as an EMP. Right. She alluded to that in Halo 4 where she's like, okay, we're on the Ghost and we're doing that whole thing, and she's like, all right, I'm removing your shields and I'm using the auxiliary power to give you infinite boost on the Ghost so you can get through this shit. Might I add, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen because there was no time limit.
Right.
No matter what you did, you always made it over the 1,000-foot gap.
Right.
Magic.
I know that.
But okay. But see, without her, he would not have survived.
No.
So, okay, say...
How's he going to survive without her?
Yeah, so without, say, 5 starts, and we don't know, but they're dead. Say they're dead. We'll go with dead. What is he going to do? So he's going to fly all the way back to Earth, ask Dr. Hadley Hazley to be like, remap Cortana for me. But I can't, because she's dead.
We'll make another one.
But we can't, because she's dead. Because it won't be the same.
We'll make another one, because...
so you can make Cortana 2.0, but it's not going to be the same Cortana because all of the memories are going to be wiped. All of her data is going to be gone. Her databases are...
Right.
So he's going to have to start from square one, rebuild... I don't want to play that. I don't want to be reintroduced to Cortana 2.0 and have to go through the whole developing a storyline character relationship again.
That would be 2 games,
though. Well, they're saying that this is going to be a trilogy, and then they already have another trilogy in place.
No.
Yeah.
No way. 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. This is Halo right here. Cash cow.
Oh my god.
Whip. That's supposed to be a whip.
I thought you were hammering.
Yeah. Well, because I was going to do it off camera, but that wouldn't make sense. That's it. It's a cash cow.
Yeah. You know what I found really funny? Number 4. They introduced an element of parkour into it, and
where?
In the very beginning, he's climbing like the elevator shaft.
Oh yeah,
and then they never go back to it ever again.
Well, because it was so poorly executed.
Well, yeah, I know it's awful, but I know they didn't. They were like just like fuck that.
It was probably too much work.
And they only did it once. Why did they leave it in if they weren't going to put it?
Probably because it was a very interesting game piece. I thought it was well done for a Halo game. I hope they never do it again.
Me too.
But that was the first innovative thing that they've done with the new reboot. I shouldn't call it a reboot. And the continuation. Yeah. Because the rest of it is a one-trick pony. They keep using all of the same elements from 1, 2, 3, 4, and ODST.
I'm not going to pat them on the fucking back for that shit, because that was awful.
No, I'm not saying pat them on the back, but I'm just saying, out of everything they did, that's the only innovative thing.
I mean, because everything nowadays is fucking parkour.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not bad, it's fun, it's just...
But
get off everybody's dick.
It's kind of like the zombie games these days.
Yeah.
It's, okay, you've played one, you've played them all.
Right.
They're fun,
or
but
Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty. Oh, we're going to take all of your men, and we're going to send them over there to die. But you're going to magically survive.
Yeah.
Because you're awesome.
Because you're you.
Okay, now that works for the Master Chief, because we know that he's got some dumbass luck.
Right.
He is a miracle child.
That's why Cortana picked him.
Yeah. The book. They said that's exactly why.
They said in 3 too.
Oh, did they?
Beginning of 3.
Oh, see, I hated 3.
I liked 3.
3 I put out of my head because they lost me at the intro, which I thought was a beautifully done intro. I thought that
the movie. Said the luck thing.
Yeah, he was a very lucky guy, and yes, they did say that. And the CGI was amazing because it was in-game CGI stuff, so it was really nice. I hated how they turned it into a cartoony look character model.
It was a little cartoony,
but
like Halo 3 was more cartoony than 1 and 2 put together.
Yeah. So I digress, but with that aside, I hated how he went from outer space, re-entry, and survived.
Barely.
No, you woke up, you had full health, your shields were completely gone, you were just armor locked, and guess what? You had to get a technician to come in and unlock his armor.
Why are you putting quotations on?
Because that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That was pretty dumb, yeah.
Because he has access to every function inside his suit.
Cortana could have done it. Fine.
Well, but see, the whole thing is that the inside of the suit was completely powered down, but inside there are trigger mechanisms in the helmet, so if he touches his chin forward, he can disengage stuff. So he could have just went, and hit that button over in the right side, left side cheek, and disengaged the armor lock.
The dick suck button.
Yeah. And you didn't need to call out a technician and be like, boop, oh look, he's magically fine. No shit, he's magically fine. You introduced the armor lock in Halo 2. The armor lock. I mean, this is not new concept here.
It was.
I'm sorry. It's the whole re-entry thing. I don't care how awesome that suit is. I don't care.
He was on fire.
He was literally on fire.
He was on fire.
That friction that is caused there, the gel suit could not have done. And technically, the armor didn't have any power left because when he went through the slip space rupture and slingshotted his face. That's another thing. The speed that he was going at.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Okay, so I mean, like in the books, they did say that they could survive re-entry. They could, but that was at very slow speeds.
He was going very, very fast.
That was like the Pelican was hovering at just above the atmosphere, and they fell out.
Right.
He was slingshotted.
Yeah.
And well, they remember in one of the books that a couple of the Spartans hit trees.
Yeah.
They pulverized the trees, like they hit the top and everything, but they died from the force.
Yeah.
He hit
ground. He hit a lot of trees.
He hit a whole bunch of shit, and he went straight into the ground. And there was maybe a quarter of an inch of a crater.
No, it was a big fucking trail.
Yeah,
it was a big trail.
It was a trail.
It didn't go deeper, but there was a trail. But he probably bounced. No, I'm gonna give him that.
No, because the physics. Because he's going at that fast of a speed, you don't bounce. You hit, you crater, and then you might bounce. There should have been craters.
Maybe there were more craters further along.
You don't know. Well, they didn't show us.
Right. I remember behind them, on the look back, there was a lot of fucking carnage.
Yeah, but like. Because remember the opening scene, all of a sudden you saw the shooting star, and then you saw the re-entry point where that big flash of light is. Mm-hmm. Do you know how much energy is required to cause that bright of a light?
A lot.
He wouldn't have survived re-entry even with armor lock.
Yeah, that was.
And then they went, "Oh, Halo 3, we're gonna react. We're gonna take that armor lock feature and we're gonna turn it into a superpower." Yeah. You can't hurt me for 5 whole seconds. But you can just stand there and beat the shit out of me when I come out of it. What kind of feature was that?
Maybe it was designed for like I don't know.
They did not think that out too well. Nah. And Halo 4, I hated. You're walking along and all of a sudden, plop, something drops out of something, and Cortana's like, "What's that? Go pick it up."
Yeah. And
suddenly, assimilated.
Yeah,
I have now invisibility for 5 seconds.
Yeah, you absorb it.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. There's a firmware patch, but what did you pick up?
Yeah.
Nothing. You picked up a piece of plastic, and you went, all right, I'm gonna stick it right there. All right, that's good. Cortana, you good?
On the armpit?
You good? All right, you're good. All right, good. Okay, what does it do? Oh, it does that. All right, so how do I activate it? Okay, that. Oh, no, I have to go. I'm invisible now!
That's a lot of work to get invisible. I don't think I even want to be invisible.
What about the sentry one? That auto sentry? He goes... and he goes red.
And it came out of him.
Where did it come from?
Yeah, it came out of his butt. He pooped out a sentry.
I'm like, okay. And then the other one that gets me. The jetpack's the only one that made sense so far.
Yeah.
That one, because... I'm going to put it out there. Okay. But... The invisible clone man.
I don't know. I like that one.
He's like, and it walks. I'm like, oh, that's neat, but explain. How?
Holograph?
But holograms need a.
From where?
There has to be a base, and it has to.
Maybe it was out of him. I don't know. I got nothing.
What happened is his front, right where his crotch is, and the armor went down. And his penis came out, and he shot one out, and it came back up real quick.
That's how it works?
Yeah, that's how the hologram worked. That's the only explanation.
I don't think I'm going to use a hologram anymore.
Yeah.
Ew.
But,
Ew.
Okay, Halo 4, overall, halfway decent game, poorly executed. Good for a new company that just started out and had never developed anything else.
It's an offshoot of fucking Bungie. That's what that is. Yeah. It's an offshoot of Bungie.
They said, because pre-Halo 3, around Halo 2, after Halo 2 ended, a lot of the Bungie employees quit.
Right.
And then they jumped over to
343.
Thank you. Wow, numbers dyslexia kicked in.
343 Industries.
And so that's why it stays somewhat canon.
Yeah.
Somewhat. And I hated how Cortana... I'm sorry, I keep jumping around, but I hated how Cortana changed her look. yet again.
Oh, yeah.
Coincidentally, with the graphics card upgrade. So every time we get some new hardware out, Cortana looks a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought Halo 1 Cortana looked amazing.
I did too.
And yeah, so she was a low polygon, but I liked the short hair.
Shoot.
And I liked the figure. And then Halo 2, she suddenly has really long ass hair.
I like that bob cut. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and then the long hair, and then her figure magically changed. And then Halo 3, didn't it go back to semi-short hair?
Yeah, it was
and
like
her figure changed again.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I can understand between 1 and 2. That makes sense. There's that was only a couple of days. No, maybe it was a year.
It was some time.
Yeah, it was a small bridge amount of time. That makes sense. But between 2 and 3,
no time.
The story is a continuing storyline.
Yeah.
There was less than 3 hours in between the two.
Halo, what most people don't understand, Halo is within like 3 days.
Yeah. Halo 1 happened within like 3 days. Halo 2 happened within a couple of hours. The first half of the game was in like the first couple of hours.
Yeah.
And then when you get to Delta Halo,
yeah,
that's where there was like a 4-month period because slip space is not quick.
Right.
It's quicker, but it's not quick.
Right.
So there was a 4-month period of time. Cortana could have done the upgrade then.
Yeah.
But
they just want to put.
we developed this new graphics engine, so we're gonna make everyone look different.
We're gonna use it as much as we can. They shouldn't. Calm yourself. And then after Delta Halo was another day.
Yeah, something like that.
It wasn't much.
Because the rest of Halo 2 took place on Delta Halo.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember them leaving. I haven't played Halo 2 in a long time.
I think it's
the very end they jumped, and then
yeah.
Halo 3. Oh yeah, because then you're on Halo and you get to how was it? You get off of Halo because you're going to High Charity.
Right.
The Covenant capital.
Let's still tell Halo.
No.
Yeah. It's on Delta.
Yeah. Oh, I hated how they kept switching between the Arbiter and the Master Chief.
Yeah.
So confusing. And the Arbiter could magically teleport any place that he wanted.
Well, because he's the fucking Arbiter.
I don't know.
But
that's what it was. On Delta Halo, remember the Chief got raped by the Flood, the Mastermind.
Yeah.
And he was able to use the teleportation waypoint system within Delta Halo and all of the Halos, and he could. But he somehow hacked it and made it go international or intergalactic, and went, you can go anywhere I want you to go.
Uh-huh.
So that's instantaneous, and then let's see. Because then you got the Ark, and the Ark went through, and the Chief was on the Ark.
That's 3.
Barely on. See, that didn't make any sense, because Halo 2, you slingshot yourself into that little Ark thingy, and then the last thing you remember is the doors close, you land, you skid, and he calls out to Captain Sergeant Fatface, the white guy.
Yeah,
Not Sergeant Johnson, but that other guy. That poorly rendered guy's face.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
But he's like, this is Spartan 117. I'm gonna end this war. And he's like, how are you gonna do that? And he's like, fuck you, beep. And then magically he's falling out of the sky now.
Because you know how he did that? Well, he did that so he wouldn't shoot them on re-entry.
Well, no, I get that, but how? Because where Delta Halo was nowhere near Earth.
He jumped through something that I can't explain.
But that's right. We keep forgetting that the Forerunner and Covenant technology are far superior in slipspace.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they're faster. So there was still a length of time between when he should have made that call and when he did make that call.
Well,
because remember, he got in, he slid it, and then he instantly called.
Right.
But he was just breaking the atmosphere of Delta Halo.
Right. So where was he? How long would that take him?
It depends on where Delta Halo is in conjunction with the Earth and how fast they can use subspace ruptures.
I'm going to say to use it really fast. It was maybe about a week.
We'll go with a week, but he still instantaneously made that phone call.
Maybe
to the Fleet Admiral on the original Mac cannon.
He did so he wouldn't forget, and then hopefully they remember. That's what I got.
I know. I just the inconsistencies, and I understand they did it for storyline, but seriously, that cutscene would have taken 30 more seconds to render, and just be like, okay, he lands, then we see the slip space rupture, he sends through, and then he pops out. There's Earth. I don't care if it was a flippin', shitty Photoshop of
just that one picture on the space.
So it's like white, and then there's the Earth, and then there's the black star background.
You would have cared so bad.
Oh,
you're like,
but yeah, okay, but see, hindsight's perfect. So
yeah.
Now I can be like, well, I would have settled with a shitty copy photo.
You would not have.
But see, what you say when I'm saying that they could have that 30 seconds they could have went, okay, so they're floating near Earth.
Establishing shot of Earth.
Yeah. Now so now we know where we're going, and he makes the phone call. Continuity. But we know that they weren't even
too much money for continuity.
Yeah. And we know that they didn't even think that there was going to be a Halo 3.
Right. They didn't see that coming.
Which really pisses me off. Like, I understood with Halo 1 because they didn't actually think Halo 1 was going to be good.
Right.
I get that. So there was no preconceived storyline.
Right.
Halo 1 was all-encompassing. They could have ended at Halo 1 and it would have been perfect.
Right.
Halo 2, they had to continue it because Microsoft's like, you need whip.
Yeah.
You need to make us more money. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, my finger. But so there was no storyline. I get that, but I'm sorry. When you're at the end of the game, you start thinking towards the future. What could we possibly start doing?
I like 3.
I didn't like it, and I hated it mostly because the graphics.
Because it was so cartoony.
Yeah.
It was very cartoony.
It was.
That was probably my biggest flaw with it.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, I feel like I'm gonna go,
I feel like
Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, I feel like I'm suddenly in an anime.
Yeah, it was very anime.
How did I get here? I don't know what happened, but yeah,
it was very Japanese.
I didn't really like it all that much. Like, I mean, the graphics that they did were really impressive.
Yeah.
And they would have been more impressive if they took off all those stupid filters and that stupid glow and that stupid cartoon look.
Right.
Like, remember how Halo 1, everything was shiny?
Yeah.
Like, originally, his armor was very shiny and it had this glassy look to it. That was close to photorealism.
Yeah. Why didn't they continue that?
Why didn't they keep that going?
Because they had the technology to make it different. Not better, but different.
Yeah, I don't see. I'd prefer better than different.
But
see, now I want to see what Halo 1, the HD remake, looks like.
I kind of want that. I haven't gotten it yet. I don't know. I want it though.
Well, since we're here and you got really fast internet, we should probably YouTube it and see.
Oh, YouTube it?
And see what at least a couple of them will look like, just for us. And I don't know. Should we pause this?
Yeah.
We're
back on
halfway through a Halo Anniversary Edition walkthrough part 1.
We're a little slow,
as you can see right here with this guy,
Mr. Retro Kid. I don't like him. No offense. I don't like you very much, Mr. Retro Kid. Kind of a dick.
Well, he's probably only 15.
No,
16,
he's probably
18.
2,400 years old.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. So, anyways,
I don't like him. He doesn't play smart.
I'm watching it in high definition on the Xbox something or other.
Probably 360.
Yeah, because it's not on the Xbox.
Right.
Original Xbox.
Right.
I'm gonna say Xbox One, but that's a joke. Because it's not backwards compatible. So yeah, and it's not out yet.
The Xbox fuck box.
The fuck box. I love how they call it Xbox Bone. The X Bone.
What do they call it?
Yeah, that's what everyone's calling it now. Go out and buy your X Bone. Which I don't really understand that, but okay.
X Bone they can give you right here.
Okay, so now we're gonna continue. That was a reference to your penis. I'm aware of that now. Okay, so we are, halfway through the first part of the Pillar of Autumn.
Almost halfway.
So I don't know if it's gonna even pick up the audio or not. Well, it will from here.
Yeah.
But so sorry, you can't. If it's too loud, maybe we'll.
That's probably
down a smidgen.
That helps. Something that my dad always said when he was reading the books, because me and my dad, we played this together, like bonding or whatever.
Yeah, bonding moment.
Yeah, it was fun, blood. What else can you do? And, but when he was reading the books, he was like, it seems like...
You better look out the fucking window. Oh, you fucking little bitch! That's the best part of the whole map! Okay, I'm sorry, continue.
That's okay. Dick.
Bonding experience with your dad.
When he was reading the book, he always said, I don't think Master Chief plays on Legendary. I think he plays on Normal in the book. I was
it's true.
Because it's always really easy for him in the book.
Yeah, he's like, I'm really batshit lucky, and this is gonna... boom! Oh, that was nice.
In the book, it just worked out well.
Well, Master Chief is a lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go that way.
You
gotta turn around. It's like he never played Halo 1.
I don't think he did.
Who jumps in at Halo 3?
A kid.
Or 2?
A kid.
So that's what I'm saying. He must be like...
He's probably a kid.
16?
Mr.
17?
Retro.
He's got a deeper voice than I do, which I'm really upset
Mr.
about.
Retro.
I think... I don't... If he's that young, that's a very misleading name.
It is. Unless he's not that young, we're just really insulting him.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
He's not.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, you gotta turn around. They didn't give you the interface that you were supposed to use, but you have to hit the B button back there at that door.
This one?
No, the other one.
Oh,
the one
yeah,
that he turned around at.
Do you hit it?
Yeah, you melee it.
Do you?
Yeah, the overlay is not working correctly. Go back if you would switch back to.
He can't hear you, Nick.
I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing it anyway. This is my life. Those doors look like shit though. Like, there you go. Like all the other textures look amazing except for that door.
Oh, that was the first time he assassinated anybody. Because before he hit that elite, he should have assassinated, but he
because I'm gonna shoot it instead.
Because he hit him with a pistol. Shouldn't have done that. But he did. Whatever. I'm over it.
Yeah, I'm done and over with it. But see, I thought this was supposed to be the Reach engine.
It is.
So where's those fancy takedowns?
They probably didn't put them in there because they realized they were stupid as fuck.
Well, yeah, they were stupid.
They put them in Halo 4 though. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, I noticed that.
They are in Halo 4.
Well, see, because I watched him play the walkthrough for Halo 4, and I rather enjoyed it, and he didn't use any of those stupid takedowns, except for, like, twice, and that was completely by accident by the look of it. Right. See, I think Linda was in the chamber behind you, or over in this chamber right here.
That's your chamber.
No, the chamber that was behind.
Oh.
Because there was one there, one next to you, and then on the other side where you do the return trip, when you're coming back to the pillar bottom, you go through there.
This is...
And then you do that again with the return pillar bottom.
We got past the point where he switched on and off of the thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm a little sad we didn't show you guys. Because it was really interesting.
It's nice to see the difference and how far 2001 the difference is, but we were talking that the only real difference is the texture detail.
Yeah.
There are model differences, don't get me wrong.
Not many.
But they're very, very minor.
They're very small and they're very... No, I mean the texture is what's noticeable.
That's the big part. I mean, if we were to put this texture on the old game engine, the new models that they add a lot to the game.
Yeah.
They really do. And it wouldn't feel the same, but I would still be happy with seeing Halo 1, the original Halo 1 on the PC, with the HD texture pack.
Because it would enhance so much.
It would.
I mean, like, the model differences do help.
Well, except for Keys at the beginning.
Well, oh my
God, that was bad.
Talk about him.
He
looks like a 4-year-old. He's like, I'm in charge of the pill. Oh
no. Was he a retarded 4-year-old?
No, he was just 4. You know how kids are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, now we're at the part where he gets the. I'm interested to see this part. Where he grabs the Marine and throws him in.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see how they handled that model. Because they did change a couple of the models.
Get to it.
Yeah, we get to it. Well, see, that was too easy to kill it right there.
Honestly, that was really fast for right away.
Shields or no shields? Back in the day.
Maybe shields down.
Doesn't matter. Back in the day. I'm old.
Unless you caught him at the right time. Going. What are you doing? Oh, I don't like this guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Retro. I hate you.
And then, he's going to switch back. Oh, okay. It's a cutscene. Thank God.
Oh, wow. He has a bandana this time.
Yep. Wow. See, I don't kind of...
I enjoy this.
I don't like the way that he did the over-dramatic...
You almost hit me in the nose.
Sorry. The motion cap is kind of bad.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Put a helmet on. You're going to die anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You're all dead. You all don't stand a chance. See, in Halo 1, his armor covered a lot more of his body.
Did it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it did. You're right.
This is, it's more reminiscent of, wow, look at Halo.
Wow.
It looks completely different than what it should have looked like.
Then just like a silver ring.
we're gonna give it lights. Yeah. All right, fine.
Wow. Yeah, he is.
Well, of course he was. Look at the fusion reactors are leaking.
That's cool. He's about to fuck that ring like a vagina.
You know, I'm impressed for a frigate that is as old as that one is.
It's really old.
It took a beating at Reach, and it crash landed in one piece. Ooh, look at that.
That's...
Okay, yeah, but see, that pisses me off. If I had fingers, they'd be crossed, but then in Halo 4, she pulls up on his screen and goes, look, I have a face now, even though I don't have a holodeck to render my face.
You're right. Yeah.